It's your fancy. You can have it any way you want. Your fancy. You can have anything you like. It's your fancy. You can have it any way you want. Your fancy. You can have anything you like.
This is for you, Capricorn. February is the month of the angelic frequencies of the gemstone Amethyst. Your birthstone is Garnet, Capricorn, so what we need to do is see how these two gemstones resonate with each other and how they can be combined for your highest good. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. To contact me, you can visit www.readingsbyrosemary.com, where we provide you with information on our spiritual consultations, psychic astrology, Rosicrucian Kabbalah, as well as classes and our upcoming seminars. February's gemstone of Amethyst has the light emanations of the astrology archangel Cambriel, and your zodiac sign gemstone of Garnet has the properties of light bestowed by the zodiac archangel Hanael. So we're going to be using the energies of Cambriel and Amethyst. That's the February energies, and then we're going to use Garnet and Hanael. That's the gemstone of Garnet and the angel, the zodiac archangel Hanael, for your specific Capricorn zodiac angel. So we're going to see how this can be combined for your benefit. Now stay right here as we give you the gemstone and angelic information very particular to your ruling planet of Saturn, Capricorn. The gemstone of Garnet and the zodiac angel Hanael associate with Capricorn, while blue sapphire, amethyst, and lapis lazuli are the precious stones used to align oneself with the energies of the planetary angel Cassiel, who is assigned to the planet Saturn in Kabbalah. Planetary archangelic frequencies of Zafkiel are also associated with Saturn, with cold, albeit very sundry, angelic names applying attenuated light frequencies corresponding to this Lord of the Ringed planet, generating substantial, though restrictive, levels of bestowal through law, adulation, and acquired possessions, as well as property. So be very mindful of your own intentions and your own potency when utilizing these powerful gemstones in unison one with the other. The planetary angel of Saturn is Cassiel, who is the speed of God. And this is seen in the Chaldean order of the planets, the ancient Chaldean order, and in their system of astrology. And the planet Saturn is said to be the planet having the most speed when considered from the Earth. The Archangel Cassiel is known to be assigned by God to watch over creation without interfering. He is said to be tearful and melancholy, an angel who spends eternity in solitude, who is present upon the death of kings. Saturn is known as God the Lawgiver, found in Genesis 2:16-17. And he commanded him, saying, of every tree of paradise thou shalt eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat. For in what day soever thou shalt eat of it, thou shalt die the death. Your earth guardian archangel Uriel speaks to you from your Capricorn astrology archangel Hanael. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Capricorn zodiac angel Hanael, who resides over the goat's cardinal earth, and here are his messages for you in the areas of love, money, and health. First, Hanael's love, rapture, and romance transmission. The indigo angelic light frequencies of Hanael, combined with immense vitality, oscillating forth a considerably vibrant, lustrous light show from February's gemstone of Amethyst, improves your relationships, bringing you an honored reputation. Now, this permutation of Zodiac Angel Cambriel's natural 11th house attributes, in addition to your own Capricorn energies, brings you an overflowing amount of admirable friendships with the traditional zodiac sign of Aquarius because of the delightful properties of the gem, which distills happiness through an enlivening of the heart chakra, permeating into the physical world via vibrant expressions of the root chakra. Now, for Hanael's money and wealth transmission, finances become available through successful business innovation made possible with scientific economic theory applied during an astrological progression where Aquarius's birthstone of Amethyst, as well as gemstones of your ruling planet of Saturn being blue sapphire or lapis lazuli, or your zodiac birthstone Garnet, then applied to February's zodiac gemstone of Amethyst, unites astrology, archangelic forces known to Cambriel, sustaining your relationships and reputation for privilege in obtaining your superior career of field or field of study. So whatever career you've chosen or whatever you've chosen to study in your life, this is where you're going to find this to be of superior benefit to you. Now, Aquarius's birthstone of Amethyst is something that is the foundation of spiritual enlightenment, and this is something that can be found within the self and is projected outward towards the periphery of the monad, which is described in Kabbalah as everything considered to be not self. The root chakra is established in a very cheerful environment with February's gemstone, and this allows you to pour unlimited amounts of happiness into the world. In this way, you provide pleasant experiences for yourself and for others as well. Hanael's health and fitness transmission, health is going to focus on strengthening the root chakra and the lower legs, and that's best done through a healthy, well-balanced diet and also moderate exercise as allowed by your elected physician. You're going to find that the energetic frequencies of your birthstone of Garnet and the gemstones of your ruling planet of Saturn being blue sapphire and lapis lazuli mixed with February's zodiac gemstone of Amethyst, you're going to find it to be very invigorating and exciting during this time, and that's going to cause you to feel more like you want to do the things that you know give you and keep feeding you more energy, and that's very important. Your root chakra is deemed to be the most important chakra in some cultures, which consider that our familiar chakra arrangements as we know them are actually presented to us in a more of an upside down fashion. One should also keep in mind that although people should, we like to say that we treat people fairly, and although people should be treated fairly, men and women are not the same in their anatomy of their chakra energetic configurations. And most ancient methods of building chi or ki in the body via energy pathways are based on energy configurations found in the male body, and that's important to understand. What males find very invigorating, females often find very draining, and vice versa. Therefore, you must know your own body and trust yourself. Keep in mind that some males have many female astrological characteristics such as water and earth attributes in their astrology charts, and some females conversely might have male characteristics due to very strategically placed fire and air elementals in their birth charts. Astrocartographic considerations must also be brought to light for a complete revelation of inner characteristics now coming squarely into view. Now, before we get to the meditation for your divine tone, we want to give you a little taste of our higher classes of Kabbalah and Merkabah For Kabbalah, we have a very it's a stem from that class, but it's a very high sort of part of the Kabbalah teaching. It's called, one of our subgroup classes called Who is God and Who is Satan, or Who is God and Who is Ha-Satan. Also, we have from our Merkaba class, or Merkaba, we have a subgroup that has grown out of a stem that has grown out of the Merkaba class called the Miracle, and it's something that we'd like to share with you, a little taste of those two subgroup classes that we're currently teaching, that we've developed for you. Now, who is God and who is Satan from Kabbalah? This is very important to understand that God is the ego brought to its fullest expression, then objectified for use by the soul towards achieving a higher state of being and a more expansive, integrated consciousness. On the other hand, Satan, or Ha-Satan, the adversary, is the ego brought to its state of least expression, where all desires are denied, subdued, and restricted due to subjective survival, contracted or recoiled and isolated consciousness. That's where the reptilian brain, where God consciousness is the brain of the higher mind, Keter, as opposed to Malkuth. Now remember, according to Kabbalah, Malkuth is in Keter and Keter is in Malkuth. So keep that in mind as we talk about how semblance of form with the Creator could possibly be achieved by actually both of these. That doesn't mean you are the Creator, but it's a semblance of form with the Creator. So in Keter, and with this permutation of God, where we have this, you take the ego and you expand it unlimitedly, and then you objectify it, and then you use it. That's God consciousness. That is Keter. That is very expansive, but you objectify it so that it can be used. And that avoids megalomania, because if you're using it, you're not it. Now, for Ha-Satan, or Satan, the adversary, you take the ego and you put it into a subjective format, a subjective consciousness. You make it subjective, not objective, and you limit it. You constrict it, you recoil it, you make it small. So what you have is you have something where, again, these two opposite images are the crown chakra and the root chakra, the higher mind, the God consciousness, and the consciousness of the reptilian brain for survival. Now, you could take any one of these integers in these permutations. You could take objectivity and you could use it with restriction, or you could take subjectivity and you could mix it with the more expansive ego. So you can change it, but when you do that, you get the other chakras, and you also get angels and demons that we know so well. So this is how these Kabbalistic configurations, these Kabbalistic calculations are gotten. Now, from the Merkaba class that we have created, where we give you how to create your miracles, your manifestation, called the Miracle, this little subgroup class. Okay, the Miracle. Here's a taste of it. See yourself as so big, the job for which you are applying is easily accomplished the moment you step through the door. Envision yourself as so powerful that a simple, well-rehearsed signature saves a forest. Know yourself as having so much integrity that all beings around you heal miraculously in your presence. Now, the Holy Family that's inside you, your own inner deity, it's the three supernals of Keter, Chokmah, and Binah, and this is what gives you your sort of pious overself. Some people call it an oversoul, overself, where you're cherished, and you're going to find that everybody needs to come into contact with that part of yourself at this time. Some call it the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. That's your supernals, and that's the part of you that's eternal. That's the part of you that does not die. That's the part that lasts forever, and it's connected to the Jupiter, a Sephirah where Jupiter resides, and that's the Sephirah of Chesed or Hesed, and that's where mercy resides, and that's where memory is, and that's the merciful King. And that's where memory comes and enables you to have sort of a learning into your next incarnation, or for your eternal ability to fit in to the universal organism where everybody's got to give. Or the word bestow is better than give. Bestow is a more magnanimous term. I'm not sure if there's another word that would be more. Every language has a probably a word for that. It's sort of a bestowal is not giving in a way that it causes any kind of malice or menacing thought. Bestowal is more nurturing. That's the word. It's more nurturing. Now, you're going to find that you're going to be able to find communities where you're more cherished and where you're more needed, and spiritual communities where you're more needed and more cherished, and that will be very important to you. For some reason, it's difficult for female Kabbalists to express themselves, and perhaps that will be something that is easier to deal with as we move along through this as the age of Aquarius becomes more and more present and more anchored and more. Not everybody wants to agree that we're in the age of Aquarius, but basically, women are more easily, I guess, basically women are more sensitive. And of course there's sensitive men and insensitive women, but generally speaking, women are more sensitive. So it's harder for women to do battle with each other. And but again, women Kabbalists are out there, and they're teaching, and they're very, very, very helpful. And we should allow the women Kabbalists to speak up more. You're able to, during this time also, glean what is essential for bringing your ideas to fruition, bringing them from the realm of the all-potential morphogenic field into the now multidimensional reality in which we all together find ourselves, being a galactic community that must interact with each other. Trust in beings you know to be reliable. Through your own familiarity with them is the most important crux of the matter. The future looks brilliant for those who have been authentic, so be very pleased and go about your normal routine with great confidence. A profusion of competency is bestowed at this time, allowing you to appreciate others as well as improving their lot in life, affording each person an actual piece of the pie rather than unrealistic pipe dreams, which produce mere gossamer affectations. You seek to encourage all entities with the enjoyment of increasing their own fame and fortune through giving them a bird's eye view of reality as you see it, showing them pretty much how they might become as renowned and fortunate as you have become. So this is, sort of a welcome to my world, as the cliche goes, where everybody is able to show exactly what they're going through and how they deal with reality and how they deal with things, and in this way we're all able to help each other and make each other's lives better. Throughout this time, it's important to prioritize all the plans that you've systematically written down for yourself. You're going to want to reorganize your priorities and your lists and revamp plans according to their strategic importance. Give yourself kudos, though, for all your detailed accomplishments, and give yourself credit for the goodness you bring to the world. Complicated maneuvers are essential in life's ongoing games, as well as necessary for reaching trophies promised to all conquering heroes upon their return home after winning rigorous competitions. You're a giver, and you have many plans for how to make sure everyone in your life has a fair chance to be a champion as well. You know that every being has value to offer to the planet and to the galaxy and to the universe. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic should be used with all mindfulness, since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Remember to chant your divine tone of I use, or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of utilizing and be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Capricorn. Thank you for joining us, and join us again next time.